Now, a new opinion poll tonight has shown a slight narrowing of the lead for the anti-independence campaign in Scotland. The Ipsos Mori poll for STV News suggests support for independence has risen from 32% in March to 36% now, whilst the percentage of those who say they will vote no has fallen from 57 to 54%. 10% of those polled say they are still undecided. The poll came as the Conservative Party said that if Scotland votes no in September, it will back plans to give Holyrood full control over Scottish income tax rates. We'll be debating all this in a moment. But first, one very English Tory MP who wants to see a campaign to love-bomb the Scots, well, we sent our producer Tim Bouvery to accompany Jacob Rees-Mogg across the border.
Arriving in Scotland is always a great joy. The scenery is majestic, of enormous beauty and power. But as with any country, it's more than the scenery, it's essentially the people. And there's a wonderful and true quotation from Churchill, who said that of all the small nations of the earth, aside from the ancient Greeks, no one has given more to mankind than the Scots.
Hi, Jacob. I'm Alex.
Hello. I've always thought that cattle are essentially conservative. Excuse me, madam. Sorry to bother you. Hello, madam.
We didn't expect to see you in Arbroath.
Well, no, it's very nice to be here. I think as an Englishman to come to Scotland and to interfere in their independence debate would be arrogant. So I'm not coming to argue about the economic case, but merely to say that the English need Scotland and to ask them to stay because they are wanted and because they are needed. Gentlemen, hello. We're just here with Channel 4 News. Sorry to interrupt your music. Talking about the referendum and wonder what your views are.
Referendum.
You're not voting? What do you think of the First Minister, Alex Salmond?
I think he's an idiot.
Well,
I don't like the guy. I think he's done many stupid things.
What's your opinion?
Well, I'm English, and I so hope the Scots stay with us.
I'm swaying towards yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how things are going to work out, like NHS, currency, things like that, but overall I actually think that it would be beneficial because for generations people have wanted, Scotland to be independent.
I'm here at Arbroath Abbey, the site of the Declaration of Arbroath in 1320, the first statement of Scottish independence and sovereignty lying with the people. But the debate is currently so sensitive that I'm not allowed to go in.
So you've been banned from Arbroath Abbey?
I've been banned from Arbroath Abbey just in case it changes the minds of the millions of Scots who are going to vote in September. They are some really very fine specimens of crustacean.
Do you like lobster?
Like Cardinal Wiseman, who always ate it on Fridays as his penance, I enjoy it for penitential purposes. Do you have a view on independence?
Independence?
And the referendum coming up. That's why we're here, to have a chat to people. No, I'd admire the lobster as well, which are fantastic. Make me feel hungry.
No, I'm anti-independence.
You're
Stay
not
with the Union.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you.
It's pointless.
I think the English need you. I wondered if you had a view, sir, which you could shout up to us.
My view is stay in the United Kingdom.
Thank heavens for that.
And basically we're just going to fish just off the bottom.
All right, yeah.
They're basically bottom feeders.
Yes.
So they're very close to the bottom.
So, Ralph, you're very keen that there should be a yes vote for independence in September.
I think the time's really come now where the Scottish people want to and are capable of taking decisions for their country's future rather than having Westminster decide on the issues that are still reserved.
The English would be very sad to see the Scots go. I think the English feel very much we're part of one country and the Scots are incredible contributors to the United Kingdom.
Well, the thing we hear now from a lot of the pro-union people is exactly the opposite, that the Scots are not appreciated. We are threatened with having the pound taken from us or not being allowed to keep it. We're threatened with all sorts of mayhem if the military pulls out of Scotland.
So do you think the campaign for a no vote's been too negative, and has that strengthened your support for independence?
It's been almost exclusively negative, Jacob.
Strawberry cakes for me, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, what you look like? Where's Willie? Where's Willie?
Where's Willie?
Can't have me in the picture.
It's really exciting to be in Dundee, which had Churchill as its Member of Parliament, one of my great heroes and the hero of most Conservatives, even though when he was here he was a Liberal MP. He was also a staunch unionist.
What is it all about?
We'll just be a new country, we'll be our own country now, we'll be able to run
I voted for him, but he helped me because I I just wanted to.
I just wanted to be part of the UK, I just think we've been like this for our time.
I'm going to vote yes.
And why? What's made you pro-independence?
Well, I absolutely love what Alex Salmond's doing for the country. I think he cares passionately about people.
Need a fresh start, eh?
And you think independence would give it to you?
Well, what kind of day was it?
Well, we would miss you if you went.
What's the big difference between... What is the difference between this independence?
Just that we'll have our own
about?
country, they'll be able to run it and that.
What is independence and what is that? I didn't get understand
Because we're part of the UK, there's Wales, Scotland and England.
Well, they can't change your money in that.
And the currency, they've changed your currency if you're independent.
What will money change to?
Oh, I don't know. That'll have to be decided after.
Oh, no, so independence, you didn't want that to happen?
No, I don't.
Oh, I love chocolate orange. I should have paid more attention when I was ordering. Let me taste this.
I'm quite wary of the independence campaign. I've just no idea where all this money is going to come from. I certainly pay enough taxes and everything in VAT, but I have no idea where the money's going to come from for the military, for the education, for the health service, everything. So I'm a little bit wary.
What do you think it will do to England if Scotland leaves?
I think it will leave the remains of the United Kingdom as a rather sad rump country, cut off from its entirety. It's like having an amputation.
So it's purely romantic. You say England needs Scotland. What would actually happen to us?
We would be a lesser country without Scotland. The place in the world of the United Kingdom would be reduced. But of course, what one thinks about one's country is ultimately not in pounds, shillings and pence. It is ultimately the feeling of nationhood. And I feel my nation is the United Kingdom.